All right, guys. Vlogtober, day 17. That means short story number 17. Let's get to it. The Halloween Carnival was an annual tradition. Traditional carnival games, scavenger hunts, costume contests, funhouse of mirrors, classic fall treats, and some crazier concoctions brewed by the witches, and corn mazes. But the crowning jewel was the haunted house. The haunted house was the only thing that stood in place all year long. It was an old Victorian-era home that once belonged to the Davis family. A fire broke out in the house on October 31st, 1914. Clementine and Lawrence had come home from the Halloween party with their teenage twin daughters, Cordelia and Leonora. They had been asleep in their rooms when the smoke filled the house. By the time the fire was put out, all four of them had perished. About 50 years ago, the house had been restored and became the backdrop for the Halloween Carnival. Only the bravest of souls dared to enter during the carnival. Many people reported seeing glowing, translucent figures in the windows and a cold chill inside of the walls of the house. It was widely believed that the house was still haunted by the Davis family. On Halloween night, 100 years after the fire, the moon shone brightly in the pitch-black sky. It was getting late, and almost everybody had already headed home for the night. 16-year-old Logan stood outside the haunted house. He had never been brave enough to enter, but this year he was determined to go inside. He opened the door and stepped inside. He felt the chill that everyone had talked about, but he took a deep breath and continued slowly into the house. The door slamming behind him caused him to jump. It's probably just a gimmick, Logan told himself. Logan entered the sitting room and saw the portraits on the wall. They must have had these painted to add to the ambiance, Logan thought. They look very realistic. As Logan left the room, the eyes on the portrait followed him. Logan made his way up the stairs to the bedrooms. As he approached one of the smaller rooms, he could hear screaming, so he bolted down the stairs. As he ran, he felt the air around him getting hotter. He looked to the top of the stairs and saw flames. The screams got louder and louder. Logan ran out of the house yelling, "Fire!" The fire chief just happened to be there and went inside to investigate, but there was no sign of any fire having been there. Logan insisted that the upstairs had a fire and there were people screaming, but there was no evidence to support it. Logan brushed it off and went back home. That night, at 11:15, Logan was asleep when he heard screaming. Logan woke up and saw two teenage girls standing in the corner looking at him. They were translucent and glowing orange. They looked like Cordelia and Leonora. "You didn't save us," they said in unison. Logan was terrified. He pinched himself in hopes that he would wake up and it would be a nightmare. "You were supposed to save us," they shrieked. Logan put on clothes and snuck out of the house back to the carnival grounds. When he got to the carnival grounds, he saw the fire department leaving. "What's going on?" Logan asked, walking up to the chief. At 11, a fire broke out upstairs in the old Davis house. "Took a while to get it under control," he said. 11:15, Logan said. "Yeah, it was around that time. How did you know?" "Was there anyone inside?" Logan asked. "No, the carnival was closing up." Logan pulled out his phone and searched for the Davis Mansion fire. On October 31st, 1914, the Davis Mansion caught fire at around 11 p.m. Volunteer firefighters worked tirelessly to put out the fire. The fire was finally put out at 11:15 p.m. Lawrence and Clementine, along with their two twin daughters, Cordelia and Leonora Davis, have perished. No official cause of the fire has been revealed, Logan read aloud. "Okay, that's eerie," the chief said. Exactly 100 years later, down to the exact time, the house catches fire again? "And the fire goes out at the exact same time, too," Logan said. "I knew I saw something earlier." "You were just a few hours off," the chief said. "You really should get going home, though. It's late." Logan walked back home. The end. Yeah. Don't ask where this one came from. I have no idea. I think it came to me in a dream, honestly, if I'm being honest. But yeah. Let me know. What did you guys think of the story? And come back tomorrow for day 18 of Vlogtober. Why did I agree to do this? Bye, guys.